Hello there for that just came on. Yeah, I'm finishing a dash, and then probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be stopping and I'll be sitting and doing my little Thanksgiving message I had planned for this evening. This is basically, in a sense, to honor Dashing Dink, who hasn't been around for a while, and because Thanksgiving is his favorite time. Hello, who just joined? I'm about finishing up this dish that I'm doing right now, and probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be doing my little speech. Just waiting to see if we can get a few more on here at least to so I'd be able to give my Thanksgiving talk. We're here in Shelbyville in the evening, finishing up a dash here, and I'll be giving a Thanksgiving talk here in a few minutes. Hello, those who've joined. I said I'm about to finish up my dash here and getting ready to do my Thanksgiving, my little Thanksgiving pep talk. Being that I have to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there really won't be a Thanksgiving for me. So, because of the time that it is, and when I work, my daughter and her family, well, they don't have time. Hello, Sheila. Glad you can join. Yeah, I'm about to, if I don't get another order, I'm going to stop. I'm scheduled till 7:30, but if I don't get another order here in 10 minutes, I'm going, and by the time I get to where I need to go in my little square, then I'm just gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna give my little Thanksgiving speech. And one of the reasons why I'm doing it today is because I'm working the next 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so there really won't be a Thanksgiving for me. So that's why I'm kind of doing it right now. And I put on my thumbnail that this is kind of in a way honoring Dashing Dink, even though he hasn't been around for a while. Well, what we got? Naturally, you would send that to me right when I pass it up. Okay, well, I can turn around. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So I can at least get to that one street from here. Let's see. Glad the joints are good to work on. Yeah, well, I mean, it's okay. It's double time and a half, so it's not the end of the world. So, yeah, I mean, one thing is, it is double time and a half for me, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's when it comes to the other holiday, Christmas, well, one of the days, like, I think this year, I'm off Christmas Eve, have to work Christmas Day, and I'm work New Year's Eve and off New Year's Day. It's kind of like that. But I mean, it's okay. It's all good. I mean, I just know as soon as I get rid of this, I'm going to sit and do my little speech, because what I have to say is kind of important, and I think everyone should hear it. So I think a message should be sent to those who who really need to hear this, because this is a time to where we really should be coming together as a group, instead of what's been happening lately. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. So all right, well, I'm going to go pick this up, and thank you, Sheila. I'm going to go pick this up real quick at KFC, and I'll be right back. All right, let me go do this. Hello, Maverick. Glad you could join. Yeah, I'm about to give a message here. I got one more little order I've got to take, and then I'm going to do it. Be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta wrap this up. All right. Okay. Get this wrapped up. And then we'll get this talk started. Okay. Oh, another receipt. All right. Let's get another receipt. Okay. Let's see. Turn it around. I don't know why you have to take a picture of every receipt when the receipt's already on the bag. It's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. Okay. All right. Well, now I've got to go back up that way. Okay. Okay, I guess the best way for me to go there is to take Mechanic Street, I guess. That'd probably be the best way without having to go through the Broadway traffic. So let me do that real quick. Find out what these guys are doing. Okay, as soon as I drop this off, I'm gonna find someplace up in that area, or maybe go down to where that is. Okay, I'm gonna turn down here so I can get on Mechanic Street. And then I'll do that. I'll do my Thanksgiving speech that it's going to, in a sense, honor someone who hasn't been here for a while, and which is Thanksgiving is his favorite holiday. So I figured, with me not being able to have a Thanksgiving on my own due to my W-2, well, then this is the only real time I could really do that. So I don't know up here where I could really sit down. I mean, I wouldn't mind going into a place and sitting down. It's just that if there's music playing, then of course you've got to deal with copyrights, and I don't really wish to do that. So I appreciate the three of you that are on here. I just got to drop this off, and then my dash will be done, and then I'll be able to go and do this. So but I think this is a real, turn right onto North Harrison Street. This is kind of an important message that I think should be heard. So if you feel up to it, you'll let everyone know that I'm about to give my message, probably here within the next 10 minutes or so, because this is the time of year to which it's all about togetherness. It's all about it's just all about being one, in a sense, if you understand what I mean. Because I know there's a lot of people, I mean, I know everybody, a lot of people that I know, they're so worked up about the about the holiday that's next month, and kind of put on the back burner the holiday that's in a couple of days. And because they think, well, it's just see, what do? You just sit at a table and eat a bird. That's all you do. Well, it means a lot more than that. And especially with some of the things that I went through, especially in 2013, well, there's a deep meaning to it. Because when you have nothing like I had in 2013, when this day came, really hits you hard. And it's not a holiday to just to be taken lightly. It's a holiday that really means something. And I want to be able to share that with y'all. But I just got to drop this off at this apartment up here, and then we'll find some place up here to do this. I appreciate, those of you that are on here just with me for another 10 minutes or so while I go drop this off, and then I'll sit somewhere and we'll go ahead and do this. So it was a pretty good day dashing today, amazingly. I've done pretty good tonight, and I did pretty good this afternoon. I mean, I did better in the afternoon and this evening than I did in the morning, which is kind of surprising because I usually do well in the morning. But I guess this is a time too to where, people are going out of town, and instead of waiting until tomorrow, some of them decided to go today. Because I noticed that when I was passing by some schools, even though some schools are still in session until Thursday, there just weren't a lot of cars at school. So maybe it's just a select few or something, and they know that people go out of town, so I guess they're prepared for that kind of thing. But just bear with me for a few minutes here while I go ahead and do this, and get ready to share this little message. I mean, I know everyone has things they have to do, and they've got, this is not really the best time to be, going live or anything, but for me, this is kind of the time that I kind of have to, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to interfere with, with Charlie, the Brash Dasher, in his live, and I really don't want to do that. So, I want to try to, do this now so that everyone has a good message. And even if they don't hear it, I'm going to send the link to it so that they get to hear it, because it's a really important message, and I really don't want anyone to miss it. Now, I'm not a preacher or anything like that. All I'm doing is just sharing some things from experience. That's all I'm doing. And it's just this is a meaningful holiday to me, just as much as it is to Dashing Dink, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing it. The one thing I am going to say, though, for those two of you that are on here, I'm just gonna, it's, to be honest, it really has not been the same without Dashing Dink. I mean, I miss his Friday night lives. I miss the fact that he doesn't, he would, sometimes just come on just for the fun of it, and there were some things that I've learned from him, and I just want to take this time, I know that he's going through some stuff right now, and, he's just taking time away from, from this, which in a sense I can't blame him for doing. But it still doesn't mean that we can't stop thinking about him, and it doesn't mean that we can't, that we would hope that, he interacts with us again and becomes a part of this again. Because I think he's one of the glues that keeps this community together. And that's the one thing about him that I think is the reason why I want to do this. He's one of the glues that keeps this community together. And I think it's real special, you know, that we do this. Okay, by the time I drop this off, it will be 7:30, so it will end, so that we can do that. I just got to find some place to I got to find some place to be here. So all the way at the end, yeah, of course. All right.
2408 Sergeant First Class Marais Drive, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
All right. They don't really leave a good spot here for me to park, so I'll just have to park over here and you guys face the highway, which certainly isn't pretty, but maybe it's better than looking at a building. So all right, let me go drop this off real quick. Okay, be right back, guys. I gotta drop this off real fast. Okay. Well, all right, that ends that. So, all right. Okay, give me a few more minutes here to find a place. I would be sitting over at the area where the fountain is, but first of all, the fountain's not there now. They put up a Christmas tree there and, you know, and some Christmas decorations. So, you know, there won't be anything flowing there, but that's okay. It's all good. All right. Let me just get out of this apartment complex here, and we'll yeah, everybody congratulate Sheila on passing her exam. Think bigger and better things for, you know, for her. I think that's wonderful. All right, let's get out of here and let's do this. Go ahead and do this little speech here. first things first, we got to get out of here. Okay. All right. Okay, just give me a little time here, guys, and we'll go ahead and do this. 40 degrees, it is a little chilly, so, but that's all right. All right, good, there's nobody over there, so we'll just go on down now. Try to get back on that other side of town. Then we'll go ahead and do this. I'll just park in my little, my little circle where I usually wait for orders. Maybe that's a good place. I mean, I would love to do it in a restaurant setting or something like that, because it would make more sense to do it in a restaurant setting. The only problem is, you know, if music's playing, then there's copyright, and I don't want to go through that. So it's bad enough when you're editing videos and CapCut gives you suggestions for certain videos to use, and then when you upload the video, then all of a sudden you get copyright messages, and it's like, okay, well, you suggested the video here and we're getting copyright messages. So I mean, if we're going to get copyrights, then why even bother saying that, you know, to use the video? You should do your research before you tell us that we can use it, because, you know, then we have to edit it out and all that, and, you know, it's a nuisance. And, you know, I really don't enjoy having to go back and take a music segment out, because I'm not allowed to use a song from there that they said was okay to use. So if the songs aren't okay to use, then don't put them in the library. I mean, that's just how I feel. Okay, now just give me a few minutes here while I get past this cone zone and then head back to the other side of town so we can do this. I just wish it was a little warmer. It's not. It's only 40 degrees here, and you really can't sit outside too long. But it's all good. I mean, it's the time of year, you know. I mean, here it is, we're still in the autumn time, but a month from now, or less than a month from now, we're in the season that follows, and that definitely is not my favorite season. And we already got a taste of that last week. And let me tell you, 4 inches of snow. Yeah, that was something. I mean, luckily the ground temperature was warm enough to melt it, but still having to drive when it's coming down, that's still pretty rough, let alone just it being on the ground. I mean, snow's pretty to look at, don't get me wrong, but driving in it, that's another story. Because there's some folks that, let's just say they struggle with driving in the snow. And there were times that I did, but then I learned, when I was working every day, when I had to have 2 jobs back in the 90s, when I delivered the newspaper, that was, I had to learn to drive in the snow because I didn't have a choice. And that's what I did, so. But it's a struggle, especially for those who don't like to drive in the snow. It's a struggle. I think everybody's been having some issues with their with the chat. I don't know. Okay. Because I haven't seen the chat move. Probably because everybody's in and out, and I can understand that, because for some people it's dinner time, they're having to get dinner ready, and there's other lives going on. I get that, but this really was the only time that I had available to do it, because I'm working the next 3 days, so I really didn't have a choice but to do it at this time. So we'll just head on back here, and then I'll go in my little circle or square, or however you want to say it, and then we'll do this little speech. All right. Okay, he's gonna have to wait. So there we go. Okay. Bear with me, guys. We got a few more minutes here until I get where I need to be, and then we'll do it. All right. Okay. Yeah, today was a day of shopping orders. I had like 3 shopping orders in a row, and a couple of them were long distances. But anyway, it is what it is, so that's how that works. And I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not really a shopper, but but I'm happy to do it for some people who just don't have time to do it. It's just I don't have Walmart Spark right now, and that's what I really would like to have. But still haven't heard from them, still on the wait list, so I don't know. If I get it, I get it, right this year. But if not, I'll continue to wait until I do. So, I mean, it's okay. There's a lot more money in Spark than there is in DoorDash, and I remember when I first started DoorDash that that the Spark orders were on DoorDash, and I remember this time of year it was so busy that I would have like 4 or 5 different curbside pickups at Walmart when DoorDash was still doing it, and it would keep me busy all day, and I was okay with that. I liked it. But then Walmart decided that, well, we can't let DoorDash do it anymore. We'll just hire our own people to do it, and and created something, and created Spark. So anyway, it's okay. I'm okay with that. So all right, get over here and we'll get ready to. As soon as I get past this light and turn, then I will be ready to start. Okay. Appreciate those of you that are in here. For some reason, my chat's not moving, so I don't really know who's here and who isn't. So I gotta. Not sure how I can do that here. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let's see. This guy's turning here. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Now we're starting to get the people in here. We're getting ready to do this speech. Okay. Well, it's speech, pep talk, whatever it is you want to call it. That's what I'll be doing. So we're going to park over here. This is my little area right here that I wait for orders at. Right here. Well, I don't want to wait. I don't want to park over there in front of the fire hydrant, so we don't want to do that. All right. This is my little waiting area here. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and shut that down. We're going to turn this on. And we're going to do that. Okay. All right. I know my camera needs a little bit of stuff here tonight. Okay. Okay, well, I know we got 3 of you in here, so I think we'll go ahead and we'll get this started. So for those that aren't here, it'll be available for a rerun, and they can watch it, and because I think this is something that's very important. Okay, where do I start here? Just do that. Okay. Thanksgiving. As I said earlier before, around this time of the holidays, everybody's so worked up about the holiday that's next month, and there are those that just, kind of put what happens in 2 days on the back burner. And I don't think they mean to do that. But those that are family oriented, Thanksgiving is very important to them. And for me, I'm one of them. Coming from an Italian background, or at least from what I know, because I'm adopted and I have no idea who my family is. However, one of the things that I am thankful for is the fact that someone had reached out to me from Ancestry, and I'm kind of talking with right now. And I'm just glad that we're doing it. Well, I see we went to a goose egg here. Well, I'll just wait until those come back, and if they don't, well, then I'll just go ahead and end it. So I'll just wait. Okay, I'm just waiting to see, how many was here. Okay, well, I did this live tonight, to kind of celebrate someone who hasn't been in our chats or in the system for a while, and that's Dashing Dink. I went ahead and did this today because Thanksgiving is his favorite holiday, and I wish that we would be able to know how he's doing, that maybe at some point he'd pop in and say, that, he's been through some stuff, and I know it might take a while for him to, to really want to get back into the swing of things. We don't want to rush it, especially if there's something that went on and I don't know what happened. So I just wishing him all the best, just to say I came on here to say that, that I miss him. We all miss him. And just wishing the best for him, and that hopefully at some point he will, he'll pop in and say hi, and just in general, just to, to know that we're still thinking of him. And, at least I know I am, because I know that Friday nights haven't been the same, and they haven't. And I know that, when things happen, when holidays like this come up, it makes you think. Because in 2013, when a holiday comes up like this, and then you're stripped of everything, and it's beyond your control. And that's the way it was with me. In 2013, I was stripped of everything. Because my job went under, and I didn't, for a year, or, well, not quite a year, but I mean, for a good long time, I wasn't able to find any work. And all those months went by because I didn't have any skills or anything of that nature. I had to shift gears, because my daughter was really the only family I have. And there was really nothing that she could do at the point, because she was still, in school at the time. So there really was nothing that she could do. So I was basically on my own. And then when this time of year came up in 2013, the only thing that I had left was my red van. That was the only thing I had. And in the shelter in 2013, well, they don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. They're just thankful to have a place to stay, but you're staying with those that you really can't trust. But lucky for me, I had a job that I was doing, but I was trying to pick up the pieces. And it wasn't easy. But I know that Thanksgiving, when I was sitting there, and because of the rules that they had there, it made you think. There's the saying is that you don't know what you have until it's gone. And there are some things that we take for granted. And I know that there were some things that I know I took for granted. And then when that year came up, especially after I lost my job in 2012, when Thanksgiving came, it made me think, I wish I would have been more thankful. I wish that I would have made some better choices when I was younger. Because when everything is stripped from you, and this time comes, it really makes you think. It really does. It makes you think. Especially when you really don't have that much of a family. And with me having to work the next 3 days, be the fact that, my daughter and my grandson are really the only family I've got. And of course my kitties. But the one thing that I am thankful for is this gig community that we're doing here. I wouldn't have known about you guys if it wasn't for Chuck at Dashing Across America. I mean, he's the reason why I even have a channel to begin with. And ever since that I've hopped on board and joined your guys' lives, joined your guys' channels and everything, it's really a blessing to know that even though that I have a daughter and grandson that live about maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from me, and of course I've got work, but they're just people I don't really enjoy being around because they don't have thankful hearts. They're just there to do work and and not really put their best effort, because if you had a thankful heart, you'd put your best effort, and these people don't. So we cannot let Thanksgiving just be put on the back burner. We need to be thankful for what it is we have. Yes, we always want to strive to go for more, and we do. And there are those that want to take, that don't want to give us opportunities. I mean, let's take Roy, for example. I know that he's fought hard, long and hard for being monetized on the one channel. So then he had to start the Platinum Dave channel and basically start over. But I know that if I was Roy in this position, and as hard as he worked, I would say, one of my favorite actors of all time is Sylvester Stallone because of the Rocky series. I could watch all those movies over and over and over and over and over again. And of course, Demolition Man was one of the other movies that I enjoyed of him. But at the end of the Rocky, there was a lot of things that were said that makes a whole lot of sense. And one of them is, he gives at the end of Rocky 1, he says, you know, you can't be alone. No one's an island. We need each other. And this gig community is, from what I've seen of all of you, you guys are great. And I appreciate every one of you that's, you know, where I'm able to go to your channels. I mean, I apologize for not really getting into the lives like I really wanted to. And it was because of the rebuild that we had the last couple months. And finally, I'm out of that. And now I can start getting in your lives a little bit more, because things are starting to come back together there, and I can do the job that I really want to do. But for those of us that are wanting to go for more and we're being told that we can't, and I know that if, you know, this is, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that I would get anywhere, but I know if I was in Roy's situation, I would say the speech that that Stallone said in Rocky 6 when he was in the boardroom. And for those of you that have been told no in your life, even though you've passed all your things that you need to do and that you know for certain that you qualify, but yet they still say that you're not good enough. And I've had that happen to me. But I know I've had to fight for this position that I did, and I kind of used a speech similar to this. But for those of you that have not seen Rocky Balboa and the boardroom scene, this is what I think Roy could say, and maybe that might switch their heads. Because Stallone went like this. Okay. It goes like, you know, when YouTube says, you shouldn't be asking people to pay their freight on something. They pay, they still ain't good enough. I mean, do you think that's right? Maybe you're doing your job, but why are you going to stop me from doing mine? Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe some of you guys got something you never finished, something you really want to do, something you never said to somebody something, and you're told no, even after you paid your dues. Who has the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no after you've earned the right to be who you want to be or do what you want to do. And I know if I was Roy, I would feel that way. And maybe a number of you who have been told no in your life. Because there's times that I've been told no about certain things, and I know very well I was qualified. And that's how I got to the position that I'm in right now. That's how I got to quality control. Was because when there were those that said no, I told them I paid the freight and I did what you asked me to do. So you can't say that I don't qualify. There are times we got to fight for things. And it's sad when people have to shift gears because you're told no for no reason. And that's why when it comes to Thanksgiving, we want to say that we're thankful for what it is we have. We always want to go for more. Yes, we always do. We always want to go for more. But there are those that want to stand in our way and say we don't qualify. And that's not true. We do. This is a time for everybody to come together. That's why I made that video 2 months ago where it said there's no room for division. This is a time to come together. This is a time for forgiveness. This is a time, to say, we have a right to be upset if things were said or done or something that, that kind of upset us. And I know I've been down that road many times. But the one thing that I do know is that you cannot hold on to grudges forever, because it'll eat away at you. And then when it comes time to a holiday like this, it makes you remember all that and say, okay, maybe I need to look at things differently. Maybe I need to think about this. We can't be alone, folks. If we're going to get ahead, in, in this community, we need each other. We really do. We need each other. And I know that I look at the Christmas and New Year's holiday and look forward to that. But I just cannot put what happens in the next 2 days on the back burner. I just can't do it. Because I myself am not going to have a Thanksgiving because I have to be at my W-2. Now, if I didn't have to work Wednesday, I probably would spend some time with my daughter, but I can't because of the time that I work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I have to sleep during the day and I have no time. And then I have to go straight back to my job again. So my Thanksgiving isn't going to be until the weekend. And then by that time, it's like, well, Thanksgiving's over and, what's the meaning? It was 2 days ago. Why celebrate it now? I know there's people that feel that way, but it doesn't make it right. We have to look, if you look at your family, you take Thursday and you look at your family, you look at the things you have, your jobs, your possessions, the people you love. Cherish them. Make Thursday just as important as 30 days from then. Because when you have nothing, like I had in 2013, and I was in a shelter, but the only thing that I was thankful that I had was a red minivan, that I thank my lucky stars that kept going, even though it was 10 years old. It kept me afloat. And it was only because I was thankful to have that, even though I lost everything else. You got to keep in mind, guys, that, the saying is, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Anything can happen these days, and it usually does. We can't take these days for granted. We've got to fight for what we believe in. We have to go for more, yes. But if you're being told no for no reason, you really need to fight for it. You really do. And yes, when you're doing the fights, it's, and things happen. Like Sheila had a bad thing happen to her this year. But let's take her for example. She passed her exam today because it was the 14th round when she was knocked down. But she had to pick herself up and go in the corner and have Mickey Goldmeyer tell her, you're not done. Don't let this fool think that he's won, because he hasn't. You have the heart. And she got it. And a song for her next year, and I think it's going to be for a lot of people, I think the theme song of next year, and it's going to be for a lot of you, is going to be I'm Still Standing by Elton John. And the fool that tried to take something away from Sheila, she's going to say, I'm still standing. You know, I said, I won't be thinking about you anymore because you thought you had the better of me, but you didn't. I'm standing a lot taller now than I ever did when you were in my life. And there's a number of you that are going through that right now. In 2013, I was at rock bottom, but I wasn't done. And in 2014, I picked myself back up, and now I got a job that I enjoy doing. Yes, I don't like the hours, but hey, I enjoy what I do. And I had to fight long and hard to get there, but I got there. And even when I was told no, I'm not accepting no for an answer. You are not going to tell me that I don't qualify. You're not going to talk behind my back and say, oh, he can't do the job. I said, no, I'm not going to hear that because I know I can. The truth is, we can do anything that we want to within reason. And if we know we qualify, we cannot take no for an answer. Now, there's some fine lines when it comes to that, yes. But especially if it's for a job, or if you're told no, that you can't be monetized for whatever the reason, you can't stop fighting. You can't let these fools say that you don't qualify when you know very well you do. You know, you tell us, well, you know, we need to do this. We need to get so many subscribers. We need to get so many watch hours and stuff like that. And I've already done it, but you're still saying no? That's not right. It's like Stallone said before he said that speech, then why'd you give me all them tests if you was never passing me? It's not fair. Now, I'm not going to take too much of your guys' time, but I just had to get this out. Things happen to us, and they do. I know a number of you have been through many struggles and are still going through struggles right now. You know, the hurricane has made some people think. Maybe you're looking at your life differently because it happened. And you have to shift gears because it was unexpected what was going to happen. And it takes a holiday of this to really make you think. Because it certainly made me think. We should take a step back, guys. When we get up on Thursday, wherever it is you are, when you first open your eyes on Thursday, you look at what Thanksgiving Day is. And it's not just sitting at a table and having a meal or anything like that. It's not just about that. It's about the gathering. It's about what you have. And it's about who provided it for you. Savor in what it is you have. Because some people like me have found out in a way that was very unexpected that what we had that we cherished so much was gone at the snap of a finger. Don't let it get you down that far, folks. You're fighters. You're a gig community that works hard. You all pitch in and help one another. That's one of the reasons why I'm thankful that I'm a part of this. You know, I'm thankful that you guys watch my videos. I'm thankful that you watch my lives. I'm thankful for your likes. I'm thankful for your support. I'm thankful for you helping me get on this road. I mean, I've got a long way to get to 500 and 1,000. But maybe for some of us, it takes longer than others. And that's okay. But eventually I'll get there. And I will be making another live this coming Saturday and or Sunday. And it's going to be about how my channel is going to change a little bit. I'm still going to do some things the same, but I'm not going to do everything the same. There's some things I'm going to leave out because this is a time of year, even though it is the holidays, yes, this is a time of year that I enjoy the most because I enjoy the competition and I enjoy watching these things when I can. Because I can be dashing and then turn on something that I really want to watch that's very competition and something that's been really true to my heart since I was in college back in 1987. Because I never really had any interest in anything like that until 1987 when Indiana beat Syracuse. It was that day that made me change things. It was that day that made me think that, I've got to fight to get what I want. That like Stallone said, it's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And that's what I've had to do. I mean, I said I've tried to do that for so many years and got knocked down so many times. But now I'm in a place to where, I'm starting to get things back together. And in 2011, I was told that I had to, and incidentally, I'm going to be going to that neighborhood probably sometime next month and show you that neighborhood and give you an idea as to how that book was formed and the setting. Because I think if you see the setting of where that book took place, I think it'll strike your interest. One Piece Leads to 8, that book. It's a book about decisions. It's a book about what to do when you're knocked down. It's a book about people entering your life that you least expect are going to be your rocks. That's what it's all about. Hello, Weldon Carey. I finally got your load in the car. Well, that's great. Yeah. Finally, I get to see you one. Oh, hi, Augie. Yeah, I had a hard time getting with the live. I mean, Terry had trouble with hers. Nina had trouble with hers. Finally. I mean, I apologize for those that I finally was able to get the chat to work. I mean, finally, for some reason, I couldn't get it to work. I don't know. But finally, it's back. Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, I said I was on Terry's live. I mean, I was lurking because I was dashing. I really couldn't get in there to talk to her because I was dashing. But she was having all kinds of issues with hers. Speaking of, okay. Guys, I'm going to tell you this too. And I'm just talking about Terry. And here she shows up. And this is something else I'm also going to bring up. Okay? Being at the right place at the right time. And when I get back to Dashing Dink, there was there's a video that I did, where where I give back to the driver behind me at Starbucks, and Dashing Dink was in that video. And I already had thoughts of doing that anyway, because I had such a good day, because that was the day I did 2 100s on the same order. I was in gold level, and that order gave me, was going to put me back at platinum at 100, and then that same order was going to give me $100 for the day. $100 on the nose, and that's exactly what happened. So then I said, okay, so since I did that, I was feeling good, so I knew I was going to go help the person behind me buy a drink, a Starbucks. So I go and do that, and who shows up just before I get to the line? Dashing Dink. Because he did a video, I think, I don't know, maybe a month ago before that, to where he was at Taco John's, I think, and he bought somebody's lunch. And that gave me the idea. And I just think it's uncanny that he showed up at that time, being at the right place at the right time. Yeah, I apologize, guys, for not going there, for not getting there, because the chat is screwed up. I mean, Terry's right. I mean, it finally popped up after a long time. I really apologize for that. That's just let's see here. All right, here, let's do that. And okay, now there we go. All right. Energies are amazing. Absolutely. Yeah, I saw your live, Terry. I wanted to, to say something, but I was dashing at the time, so I really couldn't say anything. And you said your chat was having a problem, and I think Nina said that her chat was having a problem too. And okay. Now there's a number of you on here. Okay. When I was on Melissa's live today, earlier, I had said that Roy only had 57 to go to get his 1,000. And he said that he's making a big announcement or something like that on the 1st. I don't know what it is, on both channels. But I think that he's being absolutely, I just think it's wrong what's being done to him. And, when I said earlier, about the speech that, that I said, that YouTube shouldn't be asking him to pay the freight on something he's paid and he's still not good enough. I mean, that's not right, And the speech goes on to say, that you can't be doing this to us. Because I know a number of you have fought hard to get your 1,000s, your 500s. It was a long, hard trip for Mary to get to 500. It was a long, hard trip for Terry to get to what she did. Aaron's gig the other day told him it was 3 years before he could finally get monetized. I mean, you guys have fought. You've fought your battles. But you got there. You were told no, but you got there. But like I said, for those, that have been told no, you just say, well, maybe you're doing your job, but why you got to stop me from doing mine? Because it's true. If you're willing to go through all the battling you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? Because there are those in that position that, have something, they've never finished, something they really want to do, or something they never said to somebody, something. And they're told no, even after they've paid their dues. Who has the right to tell them that? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut, and ain't nobody's right to say no after you've earned the right to be who you want to be or do what you want to do. Thanksgiving. Cannot take this day lightly. We look around on Thanksgiving Day and say, I am thankful to have the home I live in. I'm thankful for the car that I drive. I'm thankful for the family that I've created or has been created with me. I'm thankful for, just everything. And it makes me think about that song. It was back in 2001, I believe it was. Trying to think of who it was that sang it. That she was blessed. I'm trying to think of her name. It was 2001, and she goes, "I've been blessed," because she was saying what it was she was thankful for. It was like she put Thanksgiving in a song. I mean, I know it'll come to me, but that's what we're talking about here. Martina McBride. I knew it would come to me. 2001, I've been blessed. She put Thanksgiving in a song. And I don't think it was Thanksgiving time at that time, but that's what we got to look at. I mean, it would have been better probably for me to do this on another day because everybody's got things they got to do. I understand. But really, this was the only time that I really needed to do it. And I needed to do it now because I don't want to interfere in Charlie's live that he's got coming up. Because Charlie is very well loved. He's got a great channel. I mean, I try to watch him when I can. And, I try to be fair with everybody. And the funny thing is, too, I mean, I don't know if you guys knew this, but my last two lives that I did, the one that with Goose's live, and especially the one before the one where he won by $1, the one before that I had 2,800 views, and then this last Friday, the morning dash I had almost 6,000 views. And I looked at that and I said, I'm thankful that all those people took the time to watch somebody they didn't know. They took the time to take a chance on someone who really isn't anything in the gig community, at least of yet. But they took their time to watch, and I thank them. And I take the time to thank you guys for watching me and for allowing me to chat in your chats. I thank Chuck for even me having a channel to begin with. And I thank Dashing Dink also because he's taught me some things just like Chuck has. And a number of you have taught me some things too. I've learned a lot from you guys. I wouldn't have all the views that I've had on these things if it wasn't for you guys. Everyone here gets the credit, not just Chuck and Dink, all of you. Every single one of you. And that's what I came here tonight to do, was to say thank you to all of you. And for those who aren't here, send a message to them and tell them that I thank them. Tell them to re-watch this video and see the meaning of Thanksgiving and how much I appreciate every single one of them. That's why I came on here tonight, was to say thank you to all of you. Because you deserve the thanks, you deserve the respect, you deserve the honor. Not just Chuck and Dink, you all deserve it. We all have our paths to get to where we want to get. We all have our goals. We all do things differently. And that's the good thing about us. I mean, what doesn't work for somebody works for somebody else. And Let's see. All right, let's see. All right. There we go. Okay, thank you. You're all welcome. So those 4 of you that are on here right now, I just want to say thank you. I'm thankful that you guys are a part of this. I'm thankful that you have helped me get to 130 plus subscribers, because I was stuck at 108 for a long time. But now it's time to get some of these, time to get some of our fellow gig tubers to their goals. We need to help Sunny Chronicles get to her, to get to her goal by the first of the year. Let's try to get Roy to 1K. Let's get Platinum Dave to, to the triple digits. And, let's get all the watch hours that we need to Dashing Womble, to Fran. Fran especially. I mean, like I said, Fran works extremely hard, and she has a lot. She's been going through quite a bit, but she's one that's also a fighter. It's hard to juggle a W-2, a 6-year-old, driving him back and forth places, and going out and having to do gig work. It's hard to do that. It's hard for anybody, let alone her. And I admire what she's been doing. She definitely deserves a lot of respect and honor. Dashing Maverick, traveling to San Antonio all the time, back and forth, having a W-2, and taking care of kids, and having lives with Shaniqua. He's a guy of all trades too. I mean, he does a lot. You got to appreciate someone like that. That, even though they're trying to do things for their family, they really don't have a whole lot of time for themselves. But somebody with a heart, someone, who cares about things, is going to be that way. Now, I know the longer the time, I'll start to get some of the rest of you know you a little bit more. But those of you with families, and you're doing a W-2, and you're doing, gig work too, you all need to be commended, because it's hard to do that. It's hard to do 2 jobs and take care of a family. It's rough. It's very rough. And those of you with families, and especially if you have small kids, my hat's off to you. Because you deserve the respect for doing what you do. Because these last 4 years, friends, have not been easy. And they haven't been. Now, I'm not going to say what may happen in the next 4, because that's not for me to say. The only thing I can say is we need to take each day at a time and know exactly what it is we're doing, and still keep fighting to get what we want. But we got to watch ourselves and not let greed get in the way, because greed does nothing but take you down. And I have, I've seen proof of it. But for those that have not seen it, please recommend that they watch this, because I want them to know that I appreciate them, as well as those of you that are on here. I appreciate everyone in this community because of what they do. If you have 2 jobs, hats off to you. If you have 2 jobs with kids and raising kids and doing all that kind of thing, my hat's off to you too. It's not easy what we do. It's not easy with what you do. It's hard to juggle what you got to do every day. But we do it because we know it's necessary. And we do it because we love our families. We do it because we love our friends, and we do it because we care about the community. That's what we do. So I'm going to take this time right now. I'm not going to keep you guys for all night. I'm just going to take a couple more minutes. I just want to say, I am very thankful to have all of you. I'm very thankful for, the job that I have, as hard fought as it was for me to get it. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the new place that I ended up getting, because it took, 6 years of saving and doing things to get where I am at right now. I'm thankful for the kitties that I have that keep me company while I'm, recovering from work and stuff. I mean, animals are just as important as anything. And my 2 little kitties keep my sanity going. But Thursday, or for wherever it is that you are, Thursday, let's just take the time to reflect when we first open our eyes and look around, and let's say, I am so grateful for what it is I've got. And I know I'm going to continue to fight for more, because there are those of you that work so hard that you deserve more. And you do. I commend each and every one of you for working as hard as you do. And again, I just want to say thank you. And for those of you that have Dink's email or whatever it is that you have, send him a message and tell him that I appreciate him. Send an email and just say, I wish, the best for him. I wish if he had time to, to pop in somebody's live just to say how he was doing, just to say hi. Because this is for him, because this is his favorite time of year. That's why I did this. I said it once earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I miss him. We all miss him. And okay, there you are. Gotta go. Okay, I'll see you, Sheila. Hello, Melissa. We were talking about you earlier. So again, it just goes to show, when you bring somebody up, there they go. They show up. But I'm just gonna say, before I head out and do what I gotta do, because I gotta prepare for 3 days of work, instead of spending time with my daughter and her family like I've always done for years. The chat is not working very good. No, it hasn't. It hasn't worked good all night. I don't know what it is. Maybe, maybe because of the holiday, there's so many people on it, and I guess it's having a hard time keeping up. Maybe that's it. If it's that way for now, I can only imagine what it's going to be next month. So, but yeah, just before I sign off here, I appreciate you all, and I want to thank you for allowing me to, to be in your chats and being a part of your community and helping you reach your goals. And I want to continue to do that. I'm probably going to be doing it in a different way now, because I won't be doing it like I used to do. But I'm probably going to end up doing it like Melissa, and maybe pick 3 to support for a whole week. I might do that because that sounds like it's something that makes more sense to do. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Enjoy your time there in South Carolina, Melissa. There may be a time I might think about getting to South Carolina, but not right now. I mean, I wish I could, but yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. But just to let you know, those that weren't here, I just want everybody to know that I thank them. So please tell them to watch this. Please let them hear from my own lips that I thank from them, that I thank them for this, that we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for them. I really would appreciate it if you would, because everybody needs to hear this. Because there are those that work hard that deserve respect and deserve honor because of the things they've been through and are still going through. It is not easy doing what we do, especially if we have 2 jobs. It's not. And for those of you that are really juggling in lives, you deserve to be commended, and you deserve to be respected and honored for what you do, because it isn't an easy road. All right, everyone. I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and wish that you and your families and just take care of each other. And just know on Thanksgiving Day, and every day for that matter, but especially Thanksgiving Day, just remember what it is that you have, and put Martina McBride's song in your head that says, I'm so blessed to have what I have, and I will keep fighting. I can go for more, but I'm happy to fight for what it is I've got. All right, guys, take it easy. And I will be live this Saturday and Sunday too. So thank you for watching, guys. And again, please share this. Let everybody know, because I want them to hear from my own lips how much I appreciate them. And I appreciate you. You all have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you later.